What's up, investors? I think it's kind of funny because the last video that I made before my portfolio update, I was talking about how AMD is pretty much the best stock in the game. And boom, less than a week from when I made that video, this stock just flew, man. I was telling you guys, I said AMD is going to be the one that's going to challenge NVIDIA. And in my opinion, it's got potential to really do a massive move, like as you can see here, OpenAI is basically getting to be investing about 10% into AMD. And so yeah, obviously in my portfolio update you saw like 30% of my portfolio was AMD. I liquidated it off. I'm probably gonna buy back in if we see a dip today, but yeah, I mean, we've really seen some crazy moves in the market this last few months. Like imagine if you just had a bunch of Oracle stock during that last Oracle move, right? But yeah, I mean, it just goes into what I've been saying. I told you guys that AMD is with their MI400s. Now they're talking about the MI450s here, but I was talking about the AMD MI400s having an advantage with the cost and the efficiency and just being able to deliver better, more cost-effective results than what NVIDIA is offering. So like I said, I was invested as my number one position into AMD because of the fact that you want to have a cheaper house in a nice neighborhood. The analogy of like AMD being a cheaper house in the nicer neighborhood where like the NVIDIA mansions are and stuff. So look, yeah, and look, I liquidated my position because I feel like a lot of times, yes, this news is massive and I pretty much expected something like this to happen. But a lot of times I feel like these 25-30% moves, there's a little bit of retracing that can happen. And so, yeah, I sold off, in the $200 range. And when it comes back down a little bit, I'm going to buy back in. I already bought back in a little bit of my position at a lower price. And yeah, I'm just super excited. And for anyone that listens to me about the ideas, remember, none of this is financial advice, but to anyone that listened to my idea, just the idea that AMD has potential to really work with a lot of these hyperscalers like OpenAI to provide a more cost-effective solution and to essentially undercut what NVIDIA's huge margins are doing to build massive revenue. Well, there you have it. That's what happened. Obviously, if you look at my portfolio right here, AMD / Oracle / ETH / BMNR Bull. By the way, 69+% YTD. Now I'm at almost 90% YTD because of that massive move that we just had on AMD. If you want to look at the AMD stock, we went all the way in the pre-market from like 164 kind of range to we hit 210, but it's around 204.50 right now. And so yeah, I'm hoping that we see a little bit of a dip potentially in the next day or so or whatever, and I'll buy back in pretty much my whole position because, I mean, institutions know this. I think that we might see, this is my main prediction, I think that we're going to see this stock go even higher because the narrative is strongly that NVIDIA is the number one, AMD is number two, blah, 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 blah. And so I think the retail is going to be slow to move. I think that institutions are going to see this and be, boom, put the money in. Everyone's like, oh, NVIDIA. No. This is just the first step of a whole repricing on AMD. AMD is now over a $330 billion market cap from a $260 billion market cap just yesterday. Now look, retail is going to move too slow potentially on this, and we're going to see AMD potentially go even higher. We could see it go honestly to 250 this week. I wouldn't be surprised. We already saw a 25% move here. You could see another 25% move. Remember, not financial advice, but look, if retail doesn't move quick, which is possible, then we could see this stock go up another 25% to 250. That's just what I think, okay? Boom.